How's it going, everybody? I'm just checking Twitch here, see what's going on here. Don't know why. All right, there we are. Finally. All right, how's everybody doing? Fun and exciting times, I'm sure. Been a little bit of time since I streamed. Uh, wow, what is going on here? Looks like they're literally. Hang on, I gotta go to my dashboard. That's weird. Trying to check something out right now. All right. Like I said, how's everybody doing? All right, we are got some new news. Um, I joined a virtual airline, Alaska Air, which is awesome. You guys know from my previous videos and streams and whatnot that I definitely loved flying in Alaska, but I couldn't wait to get ortho for it, and I would be flying more. Well, that time is now. Started getting tiles made and all that, and really enjoying flying in Alaska. And it's challenging to the most part, especially for the winter time, when you have to deal with icing and making sure that you're doing everything right and pretty much flying in IFR conditions all the time. So that being said, so I've done a couple of flights this week, getting used to it. Flying the Cub a lot, so you guys will see me flying the Cub off a lot. I'm gonna try to stream a lot more, especially Friday. Friday is probably gonna be my solid stream day. Stream night, I guess, after baby goes down. Should be good to go. And yeah, so nice, adventurous, challenging flights today. Of course, we're going from POG. I'm trying to think. Wrangler's Airfield, Southern Alaska to Sitka, Alaska. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Let me know, please, if there's any volume or anything I can adjust. Been a little bit since I've streamed, but we're gonna take the Twin Otter out today. Conditions are a lot better than they have been for the last couple of weeks, for sure, or the last couple of days, for sure. Um, it's 30 degrees. I'm running ultra weather with active sky. It's been very, very nice, especially the last couple of days. We've flown in some really, really bad weather, and it definitely did a very, very good job of showing that and representing that well, especially in the different layers of cloud layers and whatnot. So it definitely have to pay attention to what you're doing a lot more now with the flying in Alaska, which is something that I haven't really flown in cold weather a whole lot, and de-icing practices. So it's a good challenge to get used to and whatnot. So we're sitting here on the runway. We're gonna get going in the Twin Otter. It's been a little bit since I've flown the Twin Otter, but she's pretty solid little piece of aircraft. So yeah, if you're looking for a virtual airline, check out for some challenging flights and whatnot. And cool people, great people to be part of. Alaska Air. Check them out. Alaska Air Virtual. All right, so let's get inside. We'll take a little quick sweep around and take a look. I am running 11.31 and the newest update of X Vision. And I think I just have the basic impressive X Vision preset right now. So it's looking nice. Nice little sailboats out there. I am having a problem with some ortho though. I just cut this tile that's out here, but for some reason it's not. I'm gonna have to redo it. For some reason it did not take. But my mesh file might have been. I tell you what. Since I started doing that, and I'm using the 11.3 ortho for XP, um, don't do that stuff when you're tired, because that's a lot of thinking that is involved when doing all of the ortho tiles and the process and whatnot. So, and I think that's probably where some of my errors are coming out for the most part. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get myself situated here, get a little pre-flight. I already kind of got a route going here. We are gonna fly IFR. I want to check out something. Don't have anything plugged in yet, really, so we're going to start this from the ground up. So we'll throw some external power on and turn our batteries on. I am having a weird thing since 11.3, and I don't know what it is, but my Cessna panel is for the battery. When I select my battery on, it is pausing the sim, and I have absolutely no idea why it's doing that. So, and my system panel doesn't really work on this one either. So we're on external right now. All right, so we're flight level 10,000 today, which that one doesn't work either. So 10,000 is our altitude. I'll turn the avionics on.
Clearance American 442593 Lima. American 442 clearance, you're back correct. It is Zulu.
I think this is the one where
2227. We have Zulu and contact ramp 122.27.
I always forget why the GPS doesn't come on this one. I'm gonna turn.
Flight Airways 233 heavy. Canada 233 heavy, clear to Amsterdam. Verdo 6 departure. L sub transition. Flight plan route. Departure runway 24 right and squawk 6.
I gotta turn lights on or something like that, I think.
Amsterdam. Verdo 6 departure. L sub transition.
I always forget about that.
Rendezvous for 6325. Airways 233 heavy. Airways 233 heavy, reback correct. Contact apron on 12227 for push and start. 12227, Airways
I'm lost. Ground power's on. Avionics, come on. I think I had this problem the last time and I couldn't figure out what the heck. Thought it had to do with the
flight plan route, departure runway 23, squawk code 6316.
Must I open? No. No, you know what? We'll just start out. And I need to remember to print out the procedures because the only procedures I have as far as a startup checklist is from the X checklist. So first I want to turn external power off, and we will run X checklist to get going started.
Close all doors.
Alright, so we do have to go back there and close those doors. Alright, doors closing. We have a full load today. I also need to get the and I think I just closed active sky off. I have too many windows or not enough screens. Yes. Alright. Doors are closed. We need to get back up front. I'll go in here. And let's close our baggage doors. Logging on there. Get my. Alright, right there. Just setting up my flight. Alright, so flight level, we're going 10,000. Right. Aircraft's going to be the Twin Otter. Load. Alright. So we're all set. Alright, we'll close that. Alright, all doors are closed.
Set.
All switches
All
are
switches and selectors.
Ooh, that's a little loud. Loud to me. I don't know if it's loud to you guys. Alright. Let's make sure everything's off. Off, off, off. I do have this view right here. Off, anti-collision light. Don't know why that was even on. Off. Okay, I'll set there. And we'll take a look over here. Oh, on this panel over here. Windshield, everything's good. Come over here. Alright, let's get that external I think that was it. They wanted, you gotta be on, even though you're on a GPU, I think it needs to be on battery. So we'll turn that TCA master off. Okay, all switches
Off
are
or
off.
idle.
Alright,
Parking brake. Engaged.
Parking brake is engaged.
Battery switch, OHP up.
Okay, battery switch does not work on my panel. So, we're going to battery.
Battery.
Right.
DC master switch, OHP up.
Alright.
On,
DC
down.
master on.
POS light switch,
Alright, beacon light
OHP
coming
up.
on. And we'll go up here, position light. So beacon is anti-collision, so...
On,
Alright,
down. GPS.
See, GPS on. I don't understand. I always forget. There's something, there's a trick. I don't remember what it was. It comes on when I start, and I always forget. There's something I'm missing when it comes to that GPS. So we're gonna bypass that for right now. I swear, it's like, let's check this out here. Let's get rid of those. I thought there was a prompt test. There's like a switch around here that's like hidden, and I believe it was the like the avionics kind of button. Stab the ice, lighting, bleed air, bust tie, caution test, taxi light, power light, manual cool, warm, flaps, strobe. Oh well. Bright and that, I think that was it. No. I hate that. I know it's not like the other ones where some of them where they have the button you press and it pops it on. Just don't know. Anyways, like I said, it comes on when you get the vent fan on. There's another set of switches and dials. Nope, like I said. Oh, you know what? Wait. I think there was something on the sidewall over here. Man, that kills me. Alright, either way, we'll rock it.
On.
Alright,
COM1 and NAV1.
We'll go over the departure procedure.
On.
All that
COM2
stuff.
and NAV2.
We're gonna go ground. And we'll go 4625. That's good.
On. ADF. On.
Alright.
Tune frequency COM and NAV.
Alright, we'll get
Set.
to all those.
Dial
I wanna get
NAV
this thing
instruments.
started
Set.
so we can get to the GPS.
Transponder. GND and set. Altimeter.
Alright, altimeter. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so altimeter, here we go. Let's look. Like I said, I lost my active sky, and I don't know why that didn't. Turn on. Oh. Okay, that's awesome. Alright, now active sky doesn't want to come up. Alright, let's check this out. So the task manager. Let's end that. There we go. Somehow I was stuck in limbo, man. Limbo. Yes. Okay. Alright. And that's active sky getting going. Alright, so our altimeter is going to be 3056. So let's get that right there. And I think right there. Alright, 3056. I also want to set the other side just in case we had a failure. And that one really doesn't want to move. I don't know why. Alright, 3055. Alright, so we got
Set
that set.
QNH.
We'll
Altitude
set
selector
our
windows.
radar altimeter 1000. I know I want to do
Dial
that.
cruise altitude. Anti-collision light switch. OHP up.
Alright, anti-collision beacon
On. Down.
Fuel
selector.
Norm.
Norm.
Boom, boom. Norm.
Bus tie switch. OHP up.
Bus tie switch. That's on the top. Bus tie switch. OHP open.
Open.
Okay.
Down.
Bleed air switches.
Both bleed air switches. OHP up.
And
off. Up.
Alright.
Both generator switches.
Off.
OHP up. Off. Both igniter switches.
Okay.
OHP.
Igniter switches are right here.
On. Down.
Okay.
Aft boost switch.
Right here.
Center panel. On. Up.
Forward boost.
FWD boost switch. Center panel.
Red fuel levers
on. Up.
Pull forward.
Both red fuel levers. OHP.
I don't get that on the I guess on this version of the turboprop, but
on
having a
full forward. Both propeller levers.
All right, props are feathered.
Feather up.
All right.
Both power levers. Idle.
All right, power's idle.
Start switch. OHP.
All right, let's start with right. Starting to
right.
the right.
Right prop RPM %.
Good start. Go in. 12%. And let's bump that up.
Set 12 with power. Right generators switch, OHP
Right.
up.
Right gen. Reset. And
Reset
then
and on, middle. Start switch, OHP.
Okay, start switch. For the left.
Left. Left prop RPM %.
Alright. There's the peak. Coming back down.
Set 12% with power. Left generators switch.
Alright, left generator up top.
Reset and on,
and then
middle.
on. Okay.
DC volt, min 24 volts,
DC
and
volts.
DC load. Checked.
Check it. Check.
Both bleed
Check.
air switches, OHP up.
Bleed air on.
Left and right, down. Bus tie switch, OHP up.
Bus tie switch normal.
Normal,
Good.
up.
Alright,
Caution LT
page.
switch,
Caution
OHP up.
lights. No caution warning lights. Whoa. How's the plane moving? That's weird. Alright.
Test caution light then
No
BRT.
smoking. That's up top.
No smoking switch, OHP up.
Okay, no smoking's
On, down.
Fasten seatbelts.
Fasten belt switch, OHP up.
Is it the flight
On,
comp? Is that what
down.
it is? It starts
Flight comp switch, OHP
No.
up. On,
My
down.
GPS is still not on.
Taxi
I don't
LT switch,
understand this.
OHP up.
Taxi light switch. Why taxi light switch on?
On, down.
Pitot heat
Pitot
on.
heat, OHP up.
Oh,
On,
this is for
down.
taxi. Hang on. Power switch.
Transponder.
Okay, so confusing. Anybody that's there that's flown the Twin Otter, what am I missing on why the GPS is not coming on? I feel like we need to. I know I remember having this problem before, and I don't. See, that's weird. Alright, so I'm hitting the avionics switch on my Cessna panel. That didn't work when we had external power. Now it's on. So there's got to be an avionics button somewhere around here. And I'm yet to find it. Alright. Now that we got that going, let's get our stuff squared away here. So we're going to go to flight plan. Menu, delete flight plan. Alright. Alright, so we're at PAWG. And our route is going to be, go to Sky Vector. So our route's going to be LVD, Little Sisters Lake, I believe, is Level Island. Okay, so I can pull this over here. So we got, we're going to have a cool obstacle departure out of Wrangler, yeah. So we'll brief that a little bit. We're gonna hit that DOR right there, LVD, and then hit BK, which BKA is Bjorka Island into Sitka, Alaska. So let's go LVD. LVD. Level Island and BKA. If you're wondering how I'm controlling this, I have the Desktop Aviator GNS 43530 panel set, and it is for, it doesn't have an LED screen like the other one, the other brand, I forgot the name of it, but it's just got a representation of all the buttons, and works for the 430 and 530. So it's really, really nice. I've loved having it for a long period of time. All right, so we're going to PASI, which is Sitka. All right, Sitka. All right, so now we're going to go procedures. Our departure is going to be. I'm going to hand fly this. Let's see what we're expecting because I'm pretty sure we were expecting the harder version of it. Winds 120 at 6. So we are going runway 10. We'll load that up. And we'll check that out in a little bit. Alright, so we're good with the flight plan. We'll zoom in a little bit here. What else we want to do here? Alright, we're going to want to set up our nav. So, and this is where I'll show you the departure, what we're doing here. So we know we're going off of 10. AKV0079. What's going on exactly? It's disabled the GPS until power toggle. In your case, got the solution. Yeah. I always keep forgetting it because like when you turn the batteries on, everything comes back on. But yeah, there's not an avionics button, and that's really there's a data ref for the avionics, and it's not coming on. So, all right, so let's check this out. So we're going off 10, which means this is our procedure here. We are going to do a sharp turn, and you can see here, taking off runway 10, turn left as soon as practical, climb visual conditions until established on LVD 069, which is going to be this radial off of Level Island. And so we're going to get that fix in, so we'll get Level Island on 16.5. So let's pop over here. 16.5. How's it going, dude? Good to see you, man. Alright, 16.5. Let's double check that. Swap it in. Not coming in. 16.5. Nav 1. Alright, that's fine. Let's double check and make sure that X-Plane's got it right. I'm sure they do. 16.5. Alright, so the mountains are probably blocking it. That's why we can't get it. Doesn't mean we're not going to be reporting to it, though. So, again, I'll pull this back up. Okay, so pretty much we're just going to do a circling ascent and hit this radial. So we need to dial in 069. Let me read that right. Okay. We should be able to, so now this procedure, there would be a hold at over Level Island until you got to your ATC altitude. Our flight altitude is going to be 10,000, so we should be able to hit 10 before then. At least we'll be above the minimum for the route, the IFR route that we would take, which I believe would be, I think it's 7 going east, and so 8 going west. We should be at 8 by then, but who knows? We'll see. Alright, so 069. So let's turn this into 069. Alright, there. So it's right on. Let's check our compass. Make sure we're all good. 27. 27. Alright. So we're good there. There's our radial we want to hit. We don't have it coming up yet. So pitot heat is on, which I don't know why it's not reading that data ref. What else am I missing here? All right, we're good there. Radar altimeter is good. Everything's good there. We can check. Wrangle doesn't have ATIS, so be probably the closest place to it. But transponder's on. Transponder's set. We're gonna go back to standby.
Set and STB.
All right, prop levers full
Propeller
forward.
levers.
Oh, this is taxi, so I'm gonna get my hands and feet on this. I want to check the. Take a look at this airport setup. I've been here before. We're right at the end, so we're gonna back taxi and get on there. All right. All right, prop levers full forward.
Full forward. Down. Brakes.
At this point, well, we'll keep it up. Looks like we're all set. Altimeter set. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but oh yeah, I am. Need to get my flight recording software going. Okay, we're starting there. All right. And I do
Release.
have track high.
Turn indicator and RMI.
I do have my all right.
Check moving. Left brakes.
Left brakes.
Test.
Right brakes test.
Right brakes.
Good. All right, go to holding. So one of the big things I always forget about with the Twin Otter is that the flaps don't have a detent. So if you're using like a flap toggle switch, you gotta press and hold until you hit the level you're looking for. So landing lights on, strobe come on. And we're gonna back taxi this way. So we're gonna get these flaps in. We'll go flaps 10. Right, and we'll spin it around over here. Make sure I get my trim set. Okay, right there. I think I gotta. If this is the pack, the airport pack that I'm thinking of, it that had ortho with it and mesh and scenery. I think they're out of order. That's why you don't see the runway. You're seeing the ortho projection of the runway. So I gotta look at that and reset that. Okay, so we're sitting right here. We're looking. We still don't have our. We still don't have our VOR set, but we will look, or we'll keep looking to get that. I'm missing the mesh at PAWG. I think I got them all. I think I just got them out of order because they didn't come with like a letter designator to reset them. So I'll just have to reset that. Now, this picture, the visual picture for me right now, does not look right of what I'm looking for here. So I gotta figure this out here. Let's go back to our procedure. The 249. We want 249, the inverse of the radial. That'll make more sense. So 249. So it's right there. Pop that. Alright, we'll put the flight director on, but we're not going to need it right now. So 90 is what we're looking at for takeoff. So, alright, looks good. Got that running. Everything's running. Flaps 10, looking good. Landing lights, strobes on. Alright, check baby. Baby's good. Alright, let's depart. Project Fly running. Project Fly. It's like literally like the problem with working out nowadays, because you have so many different softwares that track what you're doing, and it almost takes away from just going outside and going for a run. So when you're flight simming now, you have like 16 different things you gotta load and have them all open up in the same side. It's funny. So, alright, let's kick the tires, light the fires. Oh, trim. That's what I wanted to check. Okay, on this one I don't have my track IR button switched. Alright. Yoke. Back of yoke. Button 2. Want track IR. Apply. Done. Okay. Track IR off. Trims set for takeoff. Okay. Alright, track IR back on. Reset view. Alright, let's hit it.
Okay, you have your PDC, that's all correct. When you're ready for pushback, call it for 12227.
Keep airspeed's alive. 40, 60. And there's 90. Let's trim this up a little bit. Okay, so let's make that turn. VOR's back in now. Flaps up. And a little slow.
Good evening, Redjet 1102 at Bravo 19 with Zulu Plan 2 LX. Push 1102, good day, cleared Los Angeles, circle 3, go ahead transition. Flight plan. Runway 23, squawk 053. Circle 3, go ahead transition off.
So let's track it back in. Airspeed's good. Intercept that radial by 30. Right there. Airspeed's still good. Let's trim it down just a little bit. Alright, there it is. We were almost there. Alright, so we're at 2,000. Yep, we're not quite there on that rail yet. Alright, there we are. Alright, so pretty good climb going on. Go indicated airspeed. And we'll go that and nav hold. Altitude alert, so that's going to set our altitude. Alright, so let's make sure we're looking good. Vectors. We want to go back to our flight plan and go direct to LVD. Direct to, enter. Alright, so we're direct to... Alright. Looking good, good climb. Let's take a look outside. Actually, nice looking weather for the change. Beautiful livery done by AKV 0079 Pete. Weather looks good today, finally. So LVD is going to be just out over there. So, want to definitely get into that float tour that Alaska Airlines has. So, probably do some twin otter float flying soon. So I want to increase my airspeed a little bit more. So we're gonna get the let's go like 100. Yeah, we don't want to go too far. We'll never make 8,000 or. Nope. And I forgot to get my thing set. And I also want to check my DME. Oh, my DME right there. ETA. We're 17 miles away from. I think we'll definitely hit 10,000 by then. So that's pretty much it. A little boring flight. Really kind of upset that the ortho's not working over here in this area. I gotta recheck that. I think everything goes awry when I try to do a batch file and do multiple tiles at once. I seriously spent, well, I didn't spend the time, but I know I cut probably about 10 tiles today in batch process, 3 separate batch processes, and of course those are the tiles that are not working right now. So, find my error and fix that. Alright, so one of my other problems, well, not my other problems, one of the other finicky things about the Twin Otter, I looked up, and I had to look this up online.
Power levers.
Okay, so
32 psi. Propeller levers.
I had to look this up online because it said, I think standard practice is the full throttle is how it's operated.
90.
So a little bit of prop back, but I usually pull when I get to level climb. I'll usually pull it back to right about 6.2. Gives me a nice little cruise and is good for fuel consumption, especially if you're flying on like FSC or something like that. So coming through 7,000. Well, sadly today, and we'll see what the weather is in Sitka, but the last couple of days I've had probably some of the scariest approaches and departures that I ever had with the low-level clouds filled with ice from 1200 all the way to 8. Today, of course, nice and clear. So, going pretty smooth. Couple of, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the lakes. But X Vision looking nice with Ortho Fur, or not Ortho, but Active Sky. Just, and look at the HD mesh from Alpilot is in there, so it definitely does look very good, even with the basic scenery. I know Sitka is a good tile, because that was one of the first ones I ever did. Pete, I love the otters. That's so good. That's so good. All your liveries for Alaska Air are great. I love them. So, all right. So coming through 8,000. We're at 8.5 now, and we're 9 miles. So really, it's. I mean, I kind of don't know what wouldn't make 10,000 before he got there. We're looking at that. The hold is there for now. Maybe ATC's instructed 20,000 before Level Island or something like that. Then you'd have to hold there. But pretty much anything should be able to make it. I would say. I'm trying to think of what would make it. You would think a Cessna it'd take a hard time for a Cessna to get there, but you're also not going as fast. Maybe a Cessna, and definitely like a Piper. Maybe the Arrow could make it, but maybe like a Cherokee wouldn't make it. Yeah, as a matter of fact, now that I think about that, a Cherokee is definitely not going to make it in 22 miles. Tweet driver, how you doing? He's the best. So, Level Island. It's world low. So, but for this area, I mean this route right here, which is interesting that this Victor Airway right here, or R51 Airway, is based off of the. I'm like completely blanking right now. The ADF instead of the VOR. It's 1 degree off. But so anyways, this it's only 7,000 to clear there going east. So it'd be 8 going west. So 8,000 is really the ceiling you need to hit before you get to Level Island, unless ETC instructed you anything different. All right, so we're at 10. Speed's coming up. We'll wait for that speed to climb, then we'll pull back power a little bit. I am fighting off a cold right now, if you guys couldn't tell. Tweet driver's good. So I tell you what, it's just absolutely entertaining being in Alaska Air's Discord. I mean, some of the funniest conversations I've ever heard. So that tile's good right there. So there must be just a problem with that tile that's over in. So that tile's good over there. Yep. So it looks like it might be the one that's. Let's see here. Shift up. I gotta get on the right page here. Alright, there's the turn. Alright, so it looks like way off in the distance. That looks like I might have like a mesh problem. So in my sleep deprived stupor, what I'm thinking I might have done was have linked the wrong mesh DSF file to the tile being created. That's probably what caused that. We'll see. Take a look. All right, speed's coming up. Yeah, crosswind or what? Now I wonder why that wasn't following that. You know what? I definitely know for a fact that the Twin Otter doesn't. Yep. You know what I did? Look at, see that scenery over there? I must have referenced the wrong data. DSF file. So I got to redo those. Oh man, looks like it's all the way up to. I hope Sitka's not like that. I'll be mad. I'll be mad. I'm pretty sure I went to Sitka the other day. It didn't look messed up, so. So yes, the Twin Otter doesn't really follow the GPS on the line. Alright, so let's pull back some power. And I usually pull it back based on the temp. And go right down to 6. And money. Alright. You only lose about 5 knots, 6 knots, and get I think it was almost 100 better fuel flow. So that tile's good right there. All right. So, like I said, definitely enjoying being in the having a new kind of gig, I guess. Something more or less a mission-based flying. Get me more motivated to fly. There's a nice Cub tour, Super Cub tour that bounces through a bunch of bush strips and regular strips in Alaska. Very excited to kind of get going, and then I'm about 14 airports out of 39, so that's definitely going to be one that I'll be streaming from here on out when I get there. I'd like to stream tomorrow, but I have a feeling that my wife has something planned for my birthday this weekend, so we'll see when we get there. See, a lot of times when it comes down to it, when you know you have a child and all this other crap going on, sometimes you just want to fly, and it sucks because there's some good content. I have some of the best content when I'm not streaming. It's just getting everything set and ready to go, and being able to do something other than sit there at the screen and talk with you guys and whatnot. Tweet driver, gotta use it. Pete scenery. I downloaded every single. I got the AKV library from him, and I got the airports. I downloaded all the airports. I've even gone on the org and looked for any more airports that are part of Alaska. So I'm excited. Pete did a really good job on some of those bush strips. I mean, they're cool. They definitely feel good, especially when you get the ortho win. Where was I landing at the other day that I was just matched up with the ortho perfect? It's south of Talkeetna. What is that? Birch Creek. Birch Creek just looks. That's good. That's good stuff. There's my ortho mistake up there. So, yep, got in the mix of getting things while I'm too tired and or trying to hold a baby or whatnot, I definitely put the wrong data ref in for a tile. You know, and Pete, I'm glad you're on here too, because I saw all the posts from the newer guy that just joined up. I have no idea where that file goes either. That ortho file. I'm gonna look online and see if Ortho for XP has any explanations of where. I looked at the providers folder to see if that the script goes in there. I don't know where the heck that script goes. I did a search for Caranet to see if there was another Caranet in there. I have no idea where that folder goes. But having more than two, USGA 2 has done a really pretty good job. Find anything out in AKV's chat. That's crazy. All right, I will. I yeah, like I said, I'll look up online. USGA 2. I mean, for the most part, a lot of the scenery was looking good out of that. There's a couple of spots where there's clouds. Like I think that's either clouds or like a dry lake bed. Something. There's a cloud over there. And I try to, you try to put a Google or something like that. Bing is pretty much a lower resolution of Google. And then, so when I looked at, tried to use Bing a couple of times, that wasn't any better. So I just put in Google, but even Google's was worse than USGA for their shots. So wherever there was like a significant amount of clouds, I just used the Google source. But having more sources would definitely be nice. Which is probably the reason that you really haven't found any good Alaska scenery out on the org as a download, because it's just so hard to find good tiles. But and then of course just trying to find, some of them are shot with winter in mind, and then some are shot with summer. And I don't even know why we're sitting here looking at this ugly scenery that I made, but guess we got to do it. It's a good shot. Good shot. Yeah, that's definitely not the right mesh. But yeah, I'll look up and find out where that goes. It's gotta be now, with it being a Python script. I wonder if it has to run through Python before it gets updated to what it's actually supposed to be. But I'm pretty sure the file. What's weird is that you can't. You gotta open it up with like a Python. But if I open it up on my phone where it was in the chat, it opens up like a notepad, and it just gives all these scripts on where these sources are. I don't know, maybe they're like it's got a script file for the key to be able to download from that area. So, my only problem that I'm wondering about this right now is with that scenery being messed up, will the elevation be higher than it's supposed to be? And hopefully, like I said, I didn't screw up Sitka. So this looks like... I might have screwed up Sitka, because this is a good tile. The one where um, it might be just on the other side of this tile that was messed up. I'm hoping. I'm hoping for sure. Like I said, I think Sitka was like one of the second tiles that I made, and I believe I went to the airport to see what it looked like. So I gotta make notes on this. so let's check and make sure our gauge is good. Airspeed's good. We could push up the airspeed a little bit. See, I don't know why this gets so far off. So I'm just taking a quick look. It doesn't look like it's going to be bad, but we'll see. Okay, so you know what I think might have been the problem. Okay, so now I'm going to have to go back and download Alpilot's mesh again and save it off to the side because I might have copied the DSF uncompressed it with 7Z, and then made the tile off the wrong DSF, and then when it got loaded in the Ortho for XP's mesh, it's really the wrong signature. It's the wrong signature for the tiles. This tile in particular, is definitely the wrong DSF file. It's the wrong mesh file. And I found a problem with 11.3, and maybe it wasn't a problem back in the old version of Ortho for XP, but when I do my batch files, if I tried to do a bunch of them, if I went back to another tile, even though I've written the configuration or written the right tile reference to it, and went back, it wasn't right. So maybe there's a problem with it saving the tile config. I'm worried about that mountain though. I'm worried about that mountain being higher than it's supposed to be, because they're way higher than they're supposed to be right now. But we'll see when we get there. Definitely need to turn this fan on, so we'll be back in a quick sec. It's cruise time right now. Check all the gauges. Everything's good. Zoom out, and we'll start prepping ourselves for descent. We'll come back. Alright, so let's go over to Sidkin now and pull up some procedures here. First, what we'll do is we'll set in our APHIS, is that Sidka? So we get 4 procedures, all to runway 11. A little bit of a, and you know, I tell you what, if anybody's on the fence on active sky or whatnot, I'm really serious when I say that I don't think I got off of, I had FS Global Real Weather before. I really didn't feel like I seen or felt any of the like thermal dynamics or wind shifts or anything like that like I do in active sky at all. If you just noticed that little bump a little second ago, that was definitely some sort of air rise maybe over the mountains, whatnot. That was definitely well done right there. Golly, that's so sad. At least the orthotile is not bad, but the elevation data is wrong. Okay, so it does look like Sitka is going to be right where we're at. Okay, so Sitka's APHIS 135.9. Swap that 135.9. Swap that up.
Sitka Rocky
Okay.
Gutierrez weather. Wind 030 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3000 few, 40,000 broken. Temperature 1. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3051.
3051. Wind 030 at 5.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 030 at 5. Visibility more than 10.
So RNAV to
Sky
11.
conditions 3000 few, 40,000 broken. Temperature 1. Dew point
So
-2.
29 or
Altimeter
11.
3051.
Either way, they're
Sitka
going to be
Rocky Gutierrez
crosswinds, but only 5
Wind
knots, so that's not
030
that
at
bad.
5. Visibility
So
more
we'll
than
shoot
10.
the.
Sky conditions 3000 few,
Can do the
40,000
RNAV. Let
broken.
me look at these other
Temperature 1.
ones.
Dew point -2.
LDA DME.
Altimeter 3051.
So Bork Island. I wonder if I'm
Sitka
up
Rocky
for a.
Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3000 few, 40,000 broken. Temperature
I
0.
wonder if I'm
Dew
up
point
for a DME
-3.
arc approach.
Altimeter 3052.
Uh-oh.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5. Visibility more than 10.
Alright, so let's pull this over
Sky
and we'll see
conditions
what I'm
3000
looking at
few,
here.
40,000 broken.
Okay, so
Temperature 0. Dew point -3. Altimeter
got a
3052.
LDA DME. So you got a DME arc approach, or you can also go off the
Sitka
localizer.
Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5.
Is it
Visibility
for-
more than 10.
Go off the.
Sky
Oh, that's from
conditions
that approach
3000
right
few,
there.
40,000 broken.
Wait.
Temperature 0. Dew point -3. Altimeter
You can also go off the
3052.
localizer and go back course to 295, do procedure return, and come back down that way. So we got that one. We got the RNAV,
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather.
and there's another one.
Wind 050 at 5. Visibility more than 10.
And that's a
Sky
circling
conditions 3000 few,
visual.
40,000 broken. Temperature 0. Dew point -3.
Really,
Altimeter
840?
3052.
They probably don't give that one very often.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3000 few, 40,000 broken. Temperature 0.
Alright,
Dew point
if anybody's on,
-3.
we'll pick. We can do the
Altimeter
VOR DME, the RNAV, which that's pretty GPS-like, or the
Sitka Rocky
procedure
Gutierrez
turn,
weather. Wind 050
or
at 5.
the
Visibility more than 10.
DME is required though,
conditions
so that one's a
3000
tough
few,
one because I cannot
40,000
figure out
broken.
where my
Temperature 0. Dew point -3.
DME's
Altimeter 3052.
is on this plane. There's my ADF. I know you can get your DME off of
Sitka
the
Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5. Visibility more than
GPS.
10. Sky conditions 3000 few, 40,000 broken, temperature 0, dew point -3. Altimeter
So
3052.
I'll shoot that DME arc. Definitely with a different plane. I want to shoot that one day. But we could do the procedure
Sitka
turn one.
Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at
3052
5.
now.
Visibility more than 10.
Need to figure it out. I
Sky
guess we're
conditions
40
3000
miles
few,
out.
40,000 broken, temperature 0, dew point -3. Altimeter 3052.
Wow.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3000 few, 40,000 broken, temperature 0, dew point -3.
So on that,
Altimeter 3052.
we'll get rid of this ATIS. So no, not having to worry about icing. But that, there's another one right there. And I'll say that Active Sky is doing very well. Is the weather in front of me is being portrayed a lot better than I've seen in other FS Global Real Weather. So actually, you know what? This is gonna be messed up here because it looks like this tile's messed up too. And this is, I believe, the tile that Sitka's gonna be on. Yeah. What's going to be worse is if Sitka's on this tile. Or no, you know what? It's just on the other side of this, right? I can't tell where the tile break is, though. Oh, man. That sucks. Well, if Sitka's on this tile, then it means Sitka's going to be way higher than it's supposed to be. Yeah, that cold front's coming in. Let's see what it is. So here's the active sky thing, the map, unlocked aircraft. Yep, you can see it. So it's formulating what kind of clouds it wants to put here and actually placing them 100 miles out, which is pretty crazy. So there's where Sitka is. And you can see decoded wind 110. So 110 at 5, the winds must have been changing already.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050
Still hasn't
at 5.
updated on X-Plane.
Visibility more than 10.
It says 1.5.
Sky conditions 3000 few, 40,000 broken, temperature 0, dew
So now
point
we're definitely
-3.
shooting 11.
Altimeter 3052.
But yep, it's definitely getting close.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5, visibility more than 10. Sky
110 at
conditions
5,
3000
few at 3,
40,000 broken, temperature 0,
scattered at
dew
25.
point -3. Altimeter 3052.
3052.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind
Yeah, definitely got a
050
nice
at
little
5,
cross one.
visibility more than 10.
Ooh.
Sky conditions 3000 few,
Definitely hit a nice
40,000
little
broken,
air pocket
temperature
above
0,
that mountain right
dew
there.
point -3. Altimeter 3052.
Oh, please, hopefully the Sitka tile is good.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5, visibility more than 10.
Still, I'm
Sky
pretty
conditions
surprised that
3000
the
few,
wind is
40,000 broken,
updating.
temperature 0, dew point
Because everything's
-3.
been pretty spot on
Altimeter
lately. You can
3052.
see the clouds at 3 right there. Still worried about this tile being messed up. It definitely will change a lot
Sitka
if
Rocky
it's
Gutierrez
messed
weather.
up. It might
Wind 050 at 5.
make this
Visibility more than
extremely
10.
difficult.
Sky
The tile
conditions
looks good.
3000
The
view.
ortho looks good. It's just
40,000
the
broken.
wrong
Temperature
elevation.
0. Dew point -3. Altimeter 3052.
It does look like Sitka's going to be on the next tile. So that's hopefully.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather.
Alright,
Wind
so we'll
050
load.
at 5.
Man, we're
Visibility more
28
than 10.
miles.
Sky conditions 3000
I don't
view.
know, guys.
40,000 broken. Temperature 0. Dew point -3. Altimeter 3052.
So then that would be the problem, is trying to figure out what the elevation actually would be of Sitka now if that tile's going to be off. And I
Sitka
wonder
Rocky
if it would
Gutierrez weather. Wind
show it
050
being off
at
here.
5. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3000
So it's at
view.
20 feet. It says it's at
40,000
20
broken.
feet.
Temperature 0. Dew point -3.
So I believe this is the
Altimeter
line. This should be the
3052.
line. So if that's the line right in front of us, then everything's going to be right in front of us. So that should be the tile line right there. That
Sitka Rocky
that
Gutierrez weather.
longitude line.
Wind 050 at 5.
Alright,
Visibility
so
more
we're gonna
than
have to
10.
figure this one out.
Sky conditions 3000
We'll go
view.
RNAV.
40,000 broken.
So
Temperature
procedure
0. Dew point -3.
select approach.
Altimeter 3052.
RNAV 11 from BKA, and we'll activate that.
Sitka
Alright,
Rocky
so let's get our
Gutierrez
steps
weather.
in ready for
Wind
here.
050 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky
Alright, so
conditions
we're gonna need
3000 view.
to
40,000 broken.
drop
Temperature
the
0.
4700 to Hessick,
Altimeter 3052.
which means we can descend down to there. Procedure turn in the hold there to line back up.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather.
And so
Wind
it's
050
39 on the
at
final.
5.
39
Visibility more
final.
than 10. Sky conditions 3000 view.
So
40,000
we'll
broken.
set
Temperature 0.
up our
Dew
VNav
point
to
-3.
get set for that.
Altimeter 3052.
So we need to hold 47.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050
Okay.
at 5.
So we gotta hold 47.
Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions
So let's
3000
go
view.
back here.
40,000 broken.
We'll go to
Temperature
our
0. Dew point -3. Altimeter 3052.
39 at Hessick.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3000 view.
So we gotta be at
40,000 broken. Temperature 0. Dew point -3. Altimeter 3052.
Hessick. Go 800 feet per minute. So 12.
Sitka
Ooh,
Rocky
so man, those
Gutierrez
clouds
weather.
really came
Wind
in pretty good.
050 at 5.
And
Visibility
good,
more
we're
than
at
10.
the tiles
Sky
right
conditions
where
3000
Sitka
view.
is,
40,000
so we don't have to
broken.
worry about that.
Temperature 0. Dew point -3. Altimeter 3052.
We have to be watching. Those clouds look great. So good. I can't wait for Ultra Weather
Sitka Rocky
2.5.
Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5. Visibility more than
It's
10.
gonna look so good.
Sky conditions 3000 view. 40,000 broken. Temperature 0. Dew point -3. Altimeter 3052.
But it's definitely looking a lot crappier than it's saying though too. Nice little Sears clouds. We're getting a little bit of a load.
050 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3000 view. 40,000 broken. Temperature 0. Dew point -3. Altimeter 3052.
So we'll probably have some. We'll probably get some icing. The thing is, we'll get ready for it. We'll go auto.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather.
We'll wait until we're in it.
Wind 050 at 5.
Intake,
Visibility
anti-ice,
more
prop
than 10.
de-ice,
Sky
wing
conditions
inspection light,
3,000 few, 40,000 broken, temperature
extend
0,
intake
dew
deflator,
point -3. Altimeter
stab the ice.
3052.
Alright.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3,000 few, 40,000
Alright, you know what we should do is I
temperature
should
0,
have went back
dew point
here. Should went
-3.
47
Altimeter 3052.
at no, I can go 47 after.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3,000 few, 40,000 broken,
actually kind of blanking right
temperature
now.
0, dew
So
point -3. Altimeter
we have to do
3052.
the hold to get down to 47, or can I descend to 47 down?
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5. Visibility more than 10.
Probably
Sky
assume that I
conditions 3,000
pass
few,
Bork Island
40,000
at my
broken,
altitude, and I
temperature
can
0,
descend down to
dew point
47 to
-3.
Hessick.
Altimeter
And Hessick,
3052.
in the procedure turn, I get down to 39. What do you guys think? Anybody watching?
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather. Wind 050 at 5.
So
Visibility
47
more
would
than 10.
definitely be the minimum
Sky
to Hessick.
conditions 3,000 few,
But I don't
40,000
know if that
broken,
means you're
temperature
cleared
0, dew point -3. Altimeter
to
3052.
39 before Hessick. I believe you would lose that. So we'll
Sitka
keep it at
Rocky Gutierrez weather.
47.
Wind 050 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3,000 few, 40,000 broken, temperature 0,
So we want to
dew
descend
point
down to
-3.
47 as soon as we
Altimeter
hit.
3052. Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather.
39.
Wind 050 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3,000 few,
So we're almost there.
40,000 broken, temperature 0, dew point -3. Altimeter 3052.
12 miles out. Okay.
Sitka Rocky Gutierrez weather.
I usually don't adjust it
050 at
until
5.
we
Visibility
descend,
more
but I
than
want to
10.
get set up. So
Sky
we'll
conditions
go
3,000 few,
3052.
40,000 broken, temperature 0, dew point
Set
-3.
there. And I want to get rid of my
Altimeter
ATIS, so
30.
we got it. I can watch my icings. Should be able to break through some of this. The other thing I would think is, yeah, so we couldn't descend to 47 until we passed Bork Island because that was our last fix of that airway. So once we pass Bork Island, we can descend down to 47,000, hold 47 until Hessick, and then once we cross Hessick, we would go down to 39 to get set for the approach. All right. Good deal. As long as you won't hit anything, you can descend now, I'd say. It more or less are trying to figure out what the procedures of air traffic control and IFR flight would be, because we're essentially on that Victor airway right now. You probably could descend down. I think this is the misleading thing. I mean, if we think about it, 39,000 is, or 3,900 is where we want to be to get on our final hold position. But I've seen procedure turns, normal procedure turns, where you're higher over that fix, and during the procedure turn, you get down to the final elevation. That would keep you above anybody coming in or out. Um, so the thing is that it's the 47 to Hessick. Doesn't mean you can go to 39 or you have to stay at 47. And then I guess the bigger thing is because this is the Victor Airway right here, would you have to maintain that altitude until Biorak Island? So we'll do it that way. We'll hold our altitude to Biorak and then descend down. We should still have enough time. I mean, that's 21.6 miles. So, and then you still got another. See, the thing is that there's no real transitions here. So the transitions would tell us if we need to go down. But like I said, we're only talking about 6,000. Descending 6,000. We climb better than that. Okay, so let's get rid of it here. Alright, so we're going to get our altitude set. And apparently it doesn't want to do anything. Oh yeah, it doesn't work here. So 47. And we're going to do a airspeed descent. Indicated airspeed. So 3 miles. Alright. And let's pull some power. And we should start descending. I'm trying to just get rid of power enough to equal an 800 foot per minute descent. I guess that also is going to matter what the GPS does too. If it wanted us at 47, then it's going to make us hold there. No, it's going to make the turn. Making the turn now. Alright, so let's go back to our VNAV page here. Are we going to make it? So we need to go 47. 47 before Hessick. And see, we're still a little bit early. But we're going to go down to 47. Out alert is on. At or above 39 until Hessick. So you should be able to descend to 39 through the procedural turn. I think, yeah, and that's the thing I'm getting there, Tweet Driver. I don't know if that means that I can descend from Biorak Island to Hessick from 47 to 39, or do I have to hold 47 until Hessick? I think that's that's the thing I'm trying to wrap around. Because if I look on this other side from Salas, and that's 23.2, it's saying hold 55 or saying 5,500. I guess I don't think I've ever seen an approach or it looked that way before in an approach. I mean, obviously you're clear. 47. You're clear of everything. There's 32 right there. It's 23, and I mean, I don't know. That's the only thing I'm thinking of the reason that you would want to be higher at Hessick is to avoid any on incoming planes that are going down the 115 degree radial into the approach. So procedure turn's going to take us out here and flip us back around and then go in there. Parallel entry. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass Hessick at 47. And now I'm starting to think, you know what, another one, I think the I-1 was like that on Pilot Edge. Let's check and make sure we're not icing up. Everything's good. Still descending down. We're at 7. Dump a little bit more power. Clouds are looking good. Man, that's looking nice. Should start, might be getting some icing soon. I want to take a look at something here. So that's the can't see. San Marcos. KS SLI. Okay, so let's look at this one right here. Fullerton. Oh, John Wayne. Okay, let's look at John Wayne. LS 220, I believe. So I believe that's where I'm kind of getting that from. Like this, it was 4,000 off the radial. You had to hold 4,000 until you did the parallel, and then after the parallel, you could descend down to the 35. So that's where I'm thinking that. That's where I'm getting that. Yeah, I get you, Tweet Driver. I get you. See what you're saying about ETC. The reality of all of these procedures, the full approach procedures anyway, are based off of the fact that if there was a loss of comms, you could still manage and maintain. I mean, if there was ATC and there was really nobody in here, they could give me direct Hessick or Type, something like that. This is the full approach. I think that's something that I learned from Keith on college is that if you're just flying around, if you're not doing an I rating or a cat rating, I mean, sometimes you may not get the full approach. They'll give you a fix inside that approach, but they're based on zero communication and being able to fly it in IMC. Man, this bug is like killing me. My daughter gave it to me, and I cannot get rid of it. So let's go back here. See what we're looking at here. Okay, so we're at 4.7. Oh, we're getting slow. Whoa, whoa. All right, let's get back to paying attention here. All right. So trying to figure out why I have ground underneath me. Oh, okay, that's that island right there. Let's open up that RNAV. Oh, see, yeah, I was confused right there because I thought this was it's just these are mountain peaks, but that, yeah, that's ground. So we're about ready to hit Hessick. We are 8.7 miles away. No ice buildup, so that's good. Might get one off this cloud though. Got our speed back up. Let's put some more, get our power back in. We'll readjust towards the end. Let's check our ATIS, make sure there's no
Rocky
changes.
Gutierrez weather.
That wind still
Wind
didn't correct, but we'll go
050
with
at 5,
the.
visibility more than 10.
See
Sky
what.
conditions 3000 few.
Does it read right off
40,000
of
broken.
X-Plane, or does it
Temperature
read
0.
off of
Dew point -3.
internet?
Altimeter
Yeah, it's
3052.
reading right off of X-Plane. So we'll have slight crosswind in there. Now we're breaking through.
Canada 404 Jonathan, CDC correct, data Foxtrot, contact vision 12227.
All right, make sure our altimeter's set. 5.2. Medium decision altitude. We should be visual in there anyway. I mean, that's another one too. I mean, once we cleared something, they probably would, they could descend us down to after Bjork Island, could have put us down to like 3,000, and then in that waterway, and gave us a visual approach. You know, that's another option there. All right, coming up on Hessick is going to be a parallel entry down to the right. So after we cross Hessick, we can go down to 30, 39. So I'm going to set that right there. Alright, get myself on these rotor pedals. Alright, 1.6. A lot of times it's really fun to actually see, to also have the confidence hold parallel in the real world. The GPS acts the exact same way in the real world. It's really good. And then once you can trust that, especially trusting this in the IFR in the sim world. I mean, if you were ever flying VFR and you got into a problem, oh yeah, no, that's good. All right, descend down. Let's go indicated airspeed hold, and we're gonna drop down. Hold at 339. Come down at 800 feet per minute. there. And I want to set my Mach hold for a little bit slower. Slow it up to like 120. Right, descending down to 3.9. We're almost there, and the hold's almost over. All right, we'll double check. So after Hessick, we're cleared down to 25 at or above, and kind of probably set that up. Here's a question for you guys. Do you guys normally initiate that descent on your own or wait for the GPS or the approach? And I don't know why. Oh, we're at 39, that's why. Or do you wait for the approach to intercept the glide slope and take you down on its own? Hey, Robo5, how's it going, man? Not doing a very good job of controlling my speed. All right, we're on approach to Sitka. I've been pretty good, man. Just trying to enjoy my time flying in the sim. That's it. So I'm gonna get my. Been pretty busy lately. School's over, definitely. That's a good thing. But the little one definitely keeps me really busy and entertained. I actually had to take her for her 4-month shots today. Ugh. Her 4-month checkup and shots. That was not fun. Alright, so maintaining 39. We're about 41 seconds from Hessick. No ice to report. Well, we can simulate that. Let's go. Yep. Okay, why does it want to do that? Alright. Wing inspection lights on. And we'll take a look. And nothing up there. Alright. Alright, coming in. Wing inspection lights off. Alright, let's get our speed right. LPV is engaged. We will get the altitude master down to 25. And let's get the plane. Keep the speed up. And we will send down to 25. Indicated airspeed hold right there. Right. Altitude alert at 25. And the glide slope's pretty close right now. Once it catches up, I can go into approach mode. Reset my OBS, OBS. I don't know why. Got that set. Need to get everything set up on my off to start flying again. I am. Definitely got to do that. It's too much fun not flying, especially in cool places like this. I keep trying to, obviously, I guess after, so we can, did it go? Approach mode? That data ref's off. It's not on it yet. Oh, we gotta get way down. More way above it. I keep trying to get the wife to buy into us just selling everything and moving to Alaska, and I'll be a bush pilot. I'll enjoy what I do every day then. Alright, should be capturing glide slope soon, but if not, we can go visual. Alright, glide slope has captured. So we'll drop down 10 degrees. I want to be below 105 knots for 10 degrees. So we're going to drop that right to 100 and go 10 degrees. I say that because I know I have broken the flaps off this otter so many times because you can quickly get to 100 on takeoff, and I always miss that. Alright, on approach, so strobe comes off, landing lights on, beacons on, everything's good. Landing gear, don't have to worry about it. Getting a little slow. Let's push it up. Push the power up. Prop full. Getting real slow. Get some power going. Definitely way behind it right now. It's definitely fighting me. This is the Twin Otter V2 from RWD Designs. It's a beauty. It's really one of the better. I don't know. I just something about it. I'm always attracted to the planes that look and feel really good. And this, for one reason, this is definitely a cool. It's a fun flyer. I'd say that's the best representation of it. It's a fun flyer. It does what it needs to do. Looks good on the outside and functions well. That's a good thing. Yeah, let's, if I can quickly do it, I'll go outside. Yeah, and this nice livery done by AKV. Oh, the dreaded wing vortices on. Oh. Don't even get me started on that. That's just so bad. Okay, so we'll slow down a little bit more. The ILS is a little off, so we're going to go manual. Autopilot is off now. Alright, so I want to get rid of some. I'm going to go flaps 20. trim it up a little bit. Okay. Okay. A little bit more speed. Getting a little low. Get back to 500 feet per minute. There's that crosswind. It's coming in a little bit. So come back and correct on that. We're high. Get back on it. Ooh, little gust there. Little gust. I like that. I like that it's not a consistent. It feels a lot more real. Okay, get rid of a little less power. Beautiful airport. Get back on that center line. Flaps 30. Whoop, 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 whoop. Don't float it. Don't float it. Oh yeah. It's like I've just flown this like a million times. It's actually been a while since I've flown this. Flies well in VR. Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, it's not bad. It's a good balance of good texturing and not too high of I would say, you know, like the high end textures and all that stuff. I guess it really ruins the VR experience because you can't get if your frames are low and regular, then it's definitely gonna suck at VR. But it was a good flight. Yeah, I don't think it's definitely never been one that's been heavy. That's another reason that I like the plane. It's never been heavy on frames at all. All right, taxi light coming on. Tweet driver missed it. Do it again. We'll do a replay. I'll do a replay. So where does AKV park at Sitka? We need instruction from the bosses. Yeah, that Kodiak. But you know what? I flew the Kodiak. This is funny. I was talking to Pete the other day about this because I crashed only the second time in 2 years on X-Plane the other day. Not very happy about it in the Kodiak because I over torqued the motor. But there's something about the Kodiak that is really nice is the when you press the brakes, how much of the I guess it does it pretty good. Just something felt very real about the way that the landing gear moves on the Kodiak. Really happy about it. So I guess we'll park in this terminal parking. You know, we'll go with this one right here. This one looks like it's more of where we would be going, unless it's a maintenance hangar. But I know those passengers do not want to go very far from the door when it's -1 degree out, like it was yesterday. All right, parking brake on. All right, prop feather. And all right. Are you flying with the yoke on the wrong side, or does it have? It's like an older school design here, where it's like a scissor thing. So it's the yoke stem is right there in the middle, and that's controlling the pitch back and forth. We're rotating this, but both of these go back and forth. It's definitely a different design for sure. But the older school planes would definitely like that a lot. So let's do it. I don't do it very often. We'll go to check that out. We'll go right there. And we'll go runway. Runway's the best to me, I feel. You know, I hear a lot of people saying that the frames are heavy on the newest the newest version of X-Plane, but the sim's been running good, and I definitely don't have a 1080. So you can see that's where I was a little off. Had a crab in there from the crosswind. That was fun fly. Like I said, I think that's definitely a nice Twin Otter with all its little quirks about how to start up and the procedures for that. I think it's definitely one of the easier turboprops to kind of learn from. Man, X-Vision making that look so good. Oh. Ooh, little crazy, but got it going on. Look good. Good deal. Let me go back a little bit. So there she is, folks. We made it just in time for supper. And flaps are up. And thanks, AKV 079. It was a fun flight. I definitely gotta fix that ortho scenery before I start doing any more of those flights, because that could be dangerous trying to go to one of those airports that was in those tiles and be 5,000 feet off of the right elevation, right? Like, is there even, you know, that's a good thing. There's really nothing out there. But thanks for joining me, guys, so much, and good chat on the IFR. We'll try to, like I said, I'll try to go tomorrow if everything's good, but I don't think it's going to be 100% on that. I'm going to try to think of what other flights I got saved. I kept saving a couple of fun ones. So, Pete, you know what? Good question. So, PKGB, the Kahina Glacier Base Camp, does that have scenery? Or is that the Denali Base Camp scenery that they have on the org store? Is that where that's at? Is that I definitely want to do that one. That one soon. That's gonna be like I'll wait for a good VFR day because I definitely don't want to go in the mountains with it. You have your own. Okay, so then I would have had it. But I did look up online. There's a Denali base camp that looks pretty cool, but that might be in like northern Alaska. Um, there's a chart Pete made and everything. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, that's let's see here. It's from the wait, I thought it was two. Well, I'll change that around, but I want to fly into there, so it'd be like from Anchorage to up in here in the glaciers, right here. So we'll put the skis on the Twin Otter and go up and land there because that'll be fun. But I need to cut some ortho for up there. So as soon as I do that, then we'll definitely do that flight. That'll be fun. I'm reminded, Alaska, yeah, skis are a good call. I'm telling you, you guys, my favorite FSX mission of all time was looking for the pilot that crashed in Alaska. Still my favorite. I spent probably 12 hours on that mission alone because if you guys didn't know this, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, there was a mission where you took off from Tahikan, I think. I believe it's these mountains too. I'm not sure. No, 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 no. You know what? It was in the northern Catskills up here. So there was a guy that had crashed. Love for that mission too. Yeah. So there was a guy who crashed on his route. So you take off and you fly in between the 2 points that you know he was going, and literally you're in. I think that was a mile. It was a mile M7, right? And you just kept going through the mountains, and every time if you started that mission new, there was like 5 different points that that plane could be. Yeah, the cat mission in the mall. Yeah, yeah. So you're in the Civil Air Patrol mall, and you got to find the pilot who crashed, and you're like literally looking for a speck. It's just a plane that's got some smoke, and you had to cover like almost 40, I mean 60 nautical miles in a circle. And the only way you could really find them legit is to do crisscross patterns and keep looking, but paying attention to where the mountains were and all that. But yeah, every time you started that mission, there was like 6 different places that you could be. So if you started the mission over or whatnot, you'd be in a completely different place. So that was fun. But yeah, that was one of my favorite missions ever of all time. So it'll be cool to go up there in the glacier camp. So I think he was, yeah, he's one of the, he was bringing parts from somewhere. He was bringing parts back and crashed in the mountains, or they hadn't heard from him. You start out from the airport that he was supposed to land at and track the mountain area that he was heading from. It was good, and then you got to land. You got to land next to him on the snow on the side of a mountain. More often than not, it was on the side of the mountain, and I had to figure out how to get that mall back out of there. So yes, good memories of FSX. So, and now we can create our own memories in X-Plane and prepared if you're on that side of the fence. But Sim Life is great for all of us now. You know, with these new mods coming out, I was thinking about it the other day, seeing Todorico with his new live rain being added to more planes every day. It's just like, oh my goodness. I mean, we are so blessed to have such great developers working on stuff, and for the most part, there's no guarantee. They're not like a business that they're assuming that they're gonna make them any money back. It's just pretty much they're doing stuff because they enjoy sim as much as we do, and if they reap benefits from it, they deserve it. You know, Todorico's TVM 900. I still need to get it. Haven't yet, but that's a that's a perfect example of what hard work will do, and people willing to respect that and pay for it. And that's where I'm at, for sure. So thanks, man. Thanks everybody for being here. Yeah, wish list for sure, for sure. But thanks all for joining me, and you guys have a good night and take care. All right.